Jack Trice on a sunny Saturday in the heart of central Iowa. Northern Iowa has made the short journey south to battle Iowa State in the 34th edition of the Cyclones and the Panthers. This stadium,
it's just electric. Season opener, man. Let's go.
In a game that will feature 103 Iowans on these two rosters combined, UNI and Iowa State in the 34th meeting.
Make secure catches, and they'll need to have him be able to sustain drives here today.
Day to throw, hit as he fires into double coverage, and a flag flies. Trying to hit their speedster, Sergio Morency.
Miles Purchase saw the deep post. You're going to take a look
Pass
at
interference,
it here.
number 17, defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
See here, I like the shot, man. I mean, let's call it, let's throw it deep. Great job by Dominic Orange there on the pressure. And they waved it off. Look at Big Dom. That guy's a force.
From him on the interior. Empty set after the penalty. Day with all sorts of time. Surveying. Iowa State rushing only 3. Now along the sideline. Pass is caught. Big hit applied. But Ty Edwards hauled it in as he absorbed the contact from Jeremiah Cooper.
Jeremiah Cooper, absolute bullet. Headhunter. I tell you what, all kinds of time. You see the replay here. Great job by UNI up front. Theo Day extends the play, but look at that. It's just perfectly placed shoulder. That's just good football there all around.
They knew he's a big back, but you never know how they're going to respond in this type of environment. He's off to a pretty good start here. A catch and now a first down carry, and the Panthers cross into the Iowa State side. Bay Bowie, you talked about the speed last year with Vance McShane and Dom Williams. This year for Iowa State. Second down, sideline pattern, jumping the route, and a pick six.
Jeremiah Cooper
the
to the
sophomore
house.
Cooper, 55 yards, touchdown, Iowa State.
What a break on the ball. I tell you what, Theo Day's got a strong arm. Jeremiah Cooper saw it, jumps on it. And it's one thing to jump on it, a whole other thing to be able to grab it. As a DB, we make fun of DBs all the time. Stone hands, well, it was everything but stone hands right there. You'll see it here. Theo, just that long out cut. He's trying to go to Schnee, and Cooper just sees green grass and floats into the end zone. Wow.
Jeremiah Cooper, really one of the hidden stories for Iowa State last year. Major contributor as a freshman. Man. Jumping the route, taking it to the house, and sending this stadium into a frenzy early.
And 2 big plays. He had the crazy stick and the pick six.
This Iowa State defense dominated the Big 12 a season ago. They start the new campaign with an exclamation point.
Pimble is, he loves the players, he leads well in good times and in bad.
Day on the run, overshot his target. Trips right for UNI. They'll try to get the ground game going. Hole opened up initially, tough yards out past the 30. Fighting ahead to the 34 goes Ty Edwards. Bo Freeler never shy for contact. Third downs. Day under center. Penetration by Iowa State. Nowhere to go, and a fourth down for the Panthers.
I tell you what, Jeremiah Cooper must have ate his Wheaties last night. Got some proper rest. Maybe some extra Gatorades, because this man came to play.
The redshirt freshman out of Dubuque Hempstead gets the kick away. Beautiful spiraling kick. Jalen Knoll with the fair catch. And it will be the redshirt freshman Rocco Becht out of Wesley Chapel, Florida. He was the only quarterback to start this season with experience from a season ago. Just 3 games played, backing up Hunter Decker. So it's Becht who gets the call. We expect to see the true freshman J.J. Cole before the end of the day. And we knew we would see a lot of Cartavius Norton as flags fly. Norton, a double-digit yard gallop out past the 30.
Yeah, unfortunately pulled a hammy.
Holding, number 13, offense. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
He's a special player.
Injured in the week 1 win last year against Southeast Missouri. Quick throw out to the flats. Pass is caught. Up ahead, good yardage to the 29-yard line. That's the big H-back that they love to go to, Steve Klotz. And Coach Campbell had high praise for him, calling him one of the MVPs of this team.
He really did, and Steve-O came in.
55, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Several new assistants this offseason. You talked about the OC. Was Steelhouse promoted from within, but certainly some shakeup with 2nd and 14. Becht wide open on the sideline. Making the catch is Jalen Knoll. Good open field tackle, tripped up by Corey Thomas.
The best D lines from top to bottom Coach Farley's had in his career.
They run a stunt. Becht flush from the pocket. He'll try to use his legs to get there. Stretches ahead, but he'll be short. Good job there by UNI. Does take the snap.
Grab the sneak. Move the drive. Move the chains.
And Iowa State will use the timeout. He said, just do the same things that brought you there, because he was going to be passing on some words of wisdom to a couple of quarterbacks making their first collegiate start today. How about the punt here for Iowa State? Inside the 2.
That is just phenomenal special teams play right there now. That's DP Darian Porter as the gunner. Look at him zone in on the ball, catches it, has the wherewithal not to have his momentum go in the end zone. Look at that for you viewers at home, and then drops it. And now his teammates can come and grab it. It's that Ben Nickel as well. One of the kids that just earned a scholarship, special teams guy, grinder, Coach Campbell culture type kid.
First completion. Panthers will try a little power football over the right side, and all having to step up. And now flags fly, some movement up front.
And that's the thing, you know, you got a hostile crowd making some noise. That's going to be half the distance.
Number 60, offense. Half the distance to the goal line. Still second down.
There is a
little bit. Get something going here for the Panthers.
Big hit on 2nd down, but keeping the legs churning, falling ahead for 3 yards. Down to 5. Theo Day taking his time. It's down to 1, and he just did get the snap off from the end zone, dodging Cyclones. Theo Day caught from behind. Onyetum tracked him down, and another 3 and out for the Panthers. Great shape. Pettinger on the punt. His heels near the back of the end zone, gets the kick away. Returnable for Knoll. Jalen Knoll surveys at the 40. Makes a move to the outside.
Something cooking here.
Jalen Knoll with a wall set up, shoved out of bounds at the UNI 24. 29-yard return by Knoll, and Iowa State continues to keep the foot on the gas. Iowa State's offense has been at its best. They use a physical running game. They have enough plays downfield as far as the deep plays go, and then it's always a steady dose of tight ends, and we'll see if the Cyclones can get back to that formula this year.
And that's a good sign for the Cyclones.
2nd down give. It is our first look at Abu Sama, the speedster out of Southeast Polk. And how about this? We were told Iowa State might roll as many as 5 running backs, and the 2nd running back out of the chute tonight is the talented freshman Sama. 372 yards and 6 touchdowns, both state title game records. Becht is 2 for 2 and a first down. Rollian Sturkey with the tackle, but a catch for the tight end, Easton Dean, who was named one of the captains earlier this week.
So if he can stay healthy, he can be a force for Iowa State as well this season.
Straight up the middle with Eli Sanders.
The 5 running backs are going to play in this game. We got 3 already here in the first quarter.
Couple of H-backs in the backfield on this 2nd down play, and it will be Sanders trying to weasel his way through a tight crevice.
Time for UNI.
3rd and goal for the Cyclones, and they will go straight up the middle to no luck. Ball might have popped out as well.
Pads low, forcing the key 4th down.
They'll go with the quarterback sneak. It's back, diving ahead. No signal yet. The officials will unpile everybody. Touchdown, Cyclones.
That side we've been waiting for, that under center huge sneak on 4th and 1, 4.5 yard. And that's got to be feeling really good for Rocco Becht, the redshirt freshman. His first collegiate touchdown. Good job by Singleton and the boys up front. That is a hard-fought touchdown right there. And you see the result right there.
Chase Contreras, the transfer from Nebraska, adds the point after. Very solid here in this first quarter. Nothing spectacular, but leading this orchestra of an...
All ready to go. It was great visiting with him, and so cool to see good people being blessed.
UNI needs something to start offensively, and that is a good run over the left side.
Clearly, and he just, on that run right there, you saw what he's got, man. I mean, you can't teach that kind of stuff. Look at it. Just making moves. And 23rd season, what keeps you going? He says the thrill. I just love it. He got us ready to go play the game at the end of that call, Sean.
Summer's not going down without a fight as we celebrate the final few days of summer here on this Labor Day weekend. Look at the field temperature on the natural grass at Jack Trice Stadium. 14-0 Iowa State alongside Todd Doxson, Sean Kenny. Second down for UNI and a TFL. That is Onyedem again. He's been active here in this first half. UNI needs their star, Theo Day, to come up over the middle. Low throw, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Trying to hit Morency. Hedinger will try to angle this kick. Takes an Iowa State bounce, and UNI will touch it dead. It's an investigation. But Matt Campbell has rallied his team here, and it just, I'm sure if you're the Cyclones, it just feels more natural and normal to return normalcy and get on the field.
Now you have that stuff you're working through, and I think they've done a phenomenal job working through it and keeping the team chemistry. And yeah, super athletic. He's going to be a guy that UNI is going to have to count on all season long.
Third down. Dean trying to fight for the first down, but UNI with the pursuit.
Very long time. They showed it there on that defensive series.
Tyler Perkins uncorked a 70-yarder on his first punt. Another bomb, and Schnee is wrapped up right away. Darian Porter, the Iowa track star from his high school days.
To me, it's Alex Allen. It's your tight end. And a lot of times, getting rid of the football quick to one of your main targets is what you want to do, and let's say a combination of those two.
Play fake as they bootleg right, and over the middle, and a jarring hit. All falls incomplete. Boy, the Cyclones have brought it.
Defensive backfield. Look at that. Look at Sam Schnee with the left. That might have been a...
Oh, it was caught
he got his right foot down.
A little bit of luck. Let's see if that gets UNI something positive to build on. Cyclones rush forward. Day under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked back at the 21.
Here, just a bullet into the backfield. And Theo just didn't have any time at all. A great defensive call, keeping the Panthers on their toes there. They thought they had a little magic cooking and got shut down quick.
Fourth punt of the half by Noah Hedinger. Good kick. Knoll from his own 25. Turns on the Jets again, has that right side wall. And Jalen Knoll up to the 48, a return of 23. Iowa State winning the field position battle early. Campbell told us we would see both quarterbacks, possibly even a third quarterback today. And now here is J.J. Cole, the 6'7" giant out of nearby Ankeny, Iowa, one of the highest ranked recruits in school history at the quarterback position, getting ready to make his debut.
JJ, I got the privilege of playing with his dad, Jamie, here years ago, and to see JJ get some runs, it's going to be cool to see how he operates here today. Be fun to watch him here today.
His first throw, it's caught, but then a pop as Wu Governor, the All-Valley corner, purple. Third down. Cole with a pocket. He can run if he wants. He's going to try to. Gets upended as he goes catapulting into the air.
Today.
Tyler Perkins might be the MVP for Iowa State. Couple of punts in this first half, but he's unable to pin UNI deep. So unable to find Jalen James. They had to settle for a field goal.
He said it's a lot about the environment. He actually spoke very well of the Cyclone fans, and they feel welcome here. And what a shot right there by Miles Purchase.
Miles Purchase added some serious weight this offseason. 5'11", 205 pounds, and he was one of the big benefactors of the arrival of Reed Kagi as the new strength and conditioning coordinator.
And that's why you need it right now. You got a kid that's 6'4", 230 barreling down at you. You need that extra 10, 15, 20 pounds of muscle. You're going to see it in his triceps. Big Miles looks like he's flexing right there, doing some tricep pushdowns. Speaking of triceps, Coach Kagi looks like he's got a largemouth bass attached to the back of his arm. Get those guys right.
Third down and a good play defensively as they tried to hit Schnee along the sticks. There was Malik Verdon.
It looked like he can just do some hang cleans right now. I mean, put 315 on the bar and have him rip off about 5 reps. Pretty decent pocket there. That's just great coverage. And that's pretty interesting. That's a safety going against Schnee, locking him down. Verdon's having a phenomenal game.
Iowa State defense imposing their will. UNI with only 48 yards of total offense. Pettinger with the punt. This one side kicks out of bounds. Rough start for UNI. Iowa State pitching the shutout halfway through. It's 21. The October 7th game against TCU will be the Jack Trice legacy game a little bit later on this fall. Rocco Becht back in. Home run ball looking for Knoll. Incomplete. So Becht back in there after Cole was given a series, and now UNI is forced to call a timeout.
Northern Iowa.
Southern Kentucky, and then 3 games kick off at 6 Central. That's all on Big 12 now later today.
Had really been impressed with Rocco's delivery.
Pressure comes back running for his life, and he's forced just to throw it away. Good job that time by UNI. There's a great story for UNI. Grew up in Waterloo, played for Columbus Catholic. He convinced UNI to give him a chance during a recruiting camp as this play. They averaged close to 450 a season ago. Ty Edwards has been the reliable offense in the limited carries he's seen in this first half. 9 yards of total offense, 11 carries, 50 yards, playing in his first game as a UNI Panther. Back-to-back calls as he dodges up ahead for 5, snowed under at the 37. Second year back for UNI into the game, and he will get the touch over the right side. Another big back at 225 pounds, Eastern Illinois transfer.
It's a blow, that's for sure.
UNI trying to go up tempo and no luck. Iowa State just will not bend an inch. He waited a while before he sent out Pettinger in this punting unit. But this offensive line has mustered no movement whatsoever. Expected to be one of the anchors, switching from the left side over to right tackle this year.
And you get Rocco Becht back in the game here. Living in a garage with a bodybuilder, put a bunch of weight on, and he's just that old school grinder. As you see Abu Sama, that's what you're going to get out of that kid right there.
Sama with a first down run for Iowa State. You know, you simplify it up front so they could play quicker and with more violence. And he played a lot of guys in fall camp, and there goes the speed of Sama, making a move around midfield. Sama providing a burst off the bench for the Cyclone offense, and they needed the jolt.
I just got the chills up here in the booth there, Sean. Sama just electrifying, and he's got that speed. Doesn't look like he's trying. The dude is floating on this outside zone. Look at, I mean, they set the edge. Watch this nice little move, stiff arm right there. That's a big man. puts him on his back as well, and now they go outside zone again. They're going to get a holding call, unfortunately.
Replay first down.
It's Jared Hufford at left guard. Both Hufford
On right, looks like Cartavius Norton coming in to give him a breather here.
Becht to throw, has his man on the edge. It's Aiden Bitter, his first catch and a good gain on first down.
Right, spiral comes off his hand pretty easy.
Cyclones go empty set, quick throw, pass is caught, first down and then some inside the 20, weaving up ahead, still on his feet down to the 19, goes Jaden Higgins. High expectations for Higgins coming via the transfer portal out of Eastern Kentucky.
Drags him for another 3 yards at the end of that. Team football happening right here.
Back-to-back completions, and now Beck has hit 3 in a row, diving for the front pylon, touchdown!
Big Tyler Moore. You see Anthony Beck there, proud of his son. Earlier got his first rushing touchdown. Looks like now he's got his first passing touchdown, and you just see it. I just love it. Like, great little quick out to Tyler Moore. Tyler Moore dragging Jaden Higgins earlier. Look at the reaction. Let's go, son. Hands in the air. Come on. And look at Tyler Moore just flexing, doing his best Kagi impression right there.
How fitting is that, Todd, that Rocco Becht's first career touchdown pass goes to a tight end? That has to make his papa really happy.
Yeah, it does. and you just love, I don't know what
look at this ambush as the Panthers broke the wall, and they will get to Contreras on the point after.
Some type of fumbled snap or something, but I like seeing Tyler Moore get a little love there from his OC, Nate Shieldhouse. You see that team football, the play before, dragging Jaden Higgins for another couple of yards. He says, you know what, let's go ahead and reward that team vibe with a nice little quick out. Tyler, Rocco delivers it on point. Tyler turns up, gets into the house. Yeah, it looks like trouble with the hold there. It's funny because we never give the holder props, Sean. I held for a while. That's not an easy job, and the only time we ever talk about the holder, got the hair flowing. Maybe needs to do a hair commercial, some NIL deals.
Schnee on the return for UNI. He's across the pond in Ireland as the Fighting Irish rolled over Navy. Theo Day with a couple of timeouts. Nobody open downfield, trying to buy some time. Still looking and just nowhere to go with it. 2 of 8 in this first half. 11 yards and the early interception. Over the middle and a sliding catch.
Physically, as you can see, but also mentally, and you know, he's a great leader in the locker room.
He's on all the major preseason watch lists. Down the seam, and it's intercepted. Cooper has number 2. Jeremiah Cooper cuts back to the 35, tripped up right there by Morency, and now the Cyclone defense with yet another takeaway.
Yeah, I saw that coming right there. And Jeremiah Cooper, so far today, the MVP. This guy is absolutely having a game. Pick 6, gets another pick, had some crucial tackles. You see the arm strength today, but into double, triple coverage. I tell you what, Jeremiah Cooper almost takes this one to the house as well. It looks like a former running back. Watch him bob and weave here. Good job by Northern Iowa to be able to 82 there for Northern Iowa to be able to maybe save another pick 6. Sergio Morency. Good job by that young man.
So this would be a 55-yard field goal attempt if Iowa State wanted to try that with just 4 seconds left. And now Campbell is going to use a timeout just to get some more time to think about it.
Timeout, Iowa State. Their final.
You look at the cycle.
Shackford come in, the kickoff specialist, done a marvelous job with his touchbacks here today. And Contreras was just consistent. As we asked the coaches, why'd you go with Contreras? He's been consistent all camp.
Simonson with the hold. Contreras with the kick. Does it have enough leg? It does, and it's good!
With room to spare. My goodness. He launched that bad boy.
Welcome to Ames.
Oh, my goodness. We'll take him. Thank you, Nebraska. Wow.
56 yards. The third longest field goal attempt in Iowa State history. And he had a few yards to spare.
Unbelievable. He bombed that thing. Good snap, good hold. You see Perkins. Look at the Chase just going crazy. He knew he got all of that one. Wow.
A lot of unknowns coming into this season opener for Iowa State, but the one consistent factor throughout the years in Campbell's tenure has been the defense. They have not disappointed. The shutout. Becht in his first start has rushed for a touchdown. He's thrown for one. All Iowa State after a half.
Question, being a former head coach, what's his role? And he said, you know what? We love these kids and lead them well. And that's why he's still in the business. Does a great job. It's the one bright light on the offense for the Panthers in the first half.
Beck, who finished the first half
it looks like
with 4 consecutive completions, a quick
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Today marking just his 26th game.
Go
Deep
route,
ball,
9 ball.
Receiver out there, and he overshot him.
They saw man-to-man.
Roughing the passer, number 90 defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
3 plays of this second half, 2 on Northern Iowa as the Cyclones will go to the ground up the middle with it. Falling ahead out past the 45.
The running back position.
And this will be Norton, and he is still on his feet. Bounces wide up inside the 40. Finally escorted out of bounds at the 36. Strong run there by Cartavius Norton.
That's a recall, and just a nice little counter. I mean, right here, I'm thinking he's going down, and he just pushes the X, taps the X button on PlayStation. 225 pounds, but he can also run the football.
Backed on a play fake, has a receiver out there, hits him in stride, touchdown, Iowa State. The tight ends are getting involved today. Benjamin Bramer.
Yeah, Ben Bramer, who's had a phenomenal fall camp. They couldn't say enough good things about this young tight end, and we've seen a history of tight ends, and Iowa State's good to go 3 tight end sets, and Bramer with a great release. And how about Rocco? We just talked about how he's just missed maybe a couple of those long balls. He put that in there, perfectly placed, hits Bramer in stride for the house call.
This tight end room is young, and they are very deep behind Easton Dean. Gabe Burkle, Tyler Moore, who has a touchdown catch earlier, and now add Ben Bramer to the list. Originally committed to Nebraska, wanted to be a part of the tight end tradition here at Ames. The reaction says it all. Iowa State pouring it all here from Rocco Becht.
Watch this. Cordarius is breathing down his neck, and Rocco just sidestep so gently, gets rid of the ball. A lot of quarterbacks will panic at that point, try to scramble. Opportunity to shine, and he's taking advantage of it.
Beck's hit 6 straight. Theo Day just trying to get something positive. Will go to his tight end, and that's a minimal gain.
Brother. Of course, we saw Zach have a great career here. Joey making plays, super athletic.
Edwards trying to stretch it outside.
Long, got a great frame, and he's just going to continue to grow and mature over the years, physically and mentally.
Day moves the pocket right, keeps his eyes downfield, dumps at the last second. Little toe drag by Schnee. Did he get a foot in? Yes, he did. Did so here. Fresh set of downs for UNI, and now it's Bay Bowie.
That key catch right there, we're going to go back to that if they can keep this drive alive. And they found something. They found a
South Dakota State, the North Dakota States of the world. Day with some time, floats, caught at the 24-yard line.
Let's get something rolling here in the second half.
Power football over the right guard. It him out of it. Farley knew about him in high school. reached out. Really, they described it as a bombardment of calls and text messages.
Size at 6'5", 230 is what really has put him on the radar for quite a few NFL franchises.
UNI in the red zone for the first time, looking for 6, knocked away at the last second. Nice job there by the Cyclones. Ben Nickel, one of the captains, and John Haycock raved about him on our conference call this week.
I tell you, Ben Nickel is one of the great stories here at Iowa State. They surprised him with a scholarship. He's a walk-on kid. He's a culture guy. I mean, he's the guy that you want on the football field, and it's funny how the coaches said he demanded his way onto the football field, and here he makes a gigantic play.
Second down, receiver out there, but recovering in the nick of time to deflect it away. Nickel.
Don't give up. You know, he's a consistent playmaker.
Day, pocket collapsing, trying to buy his receiver downfield time, and he nearly had his pass intercepted. Nearly threw his 3rd pick of the day. Jontez Williams had his hands on it.
Yeah, I thought.
Second offensive series for J.J. Cole, who was in at quarterback, and UNI.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what they wanted to do, right? Get some experience to these young guys. Rocco having a phenomenal day. Throw J.J. in, get him a little run, work out some of those kinks. The thing about college football, you know, he gets a medical red shirt, gets the COVID year, sticks around, continues to work. And Coach Farley loves him. Said he truly became a Panther. He's bleeding purple.
The big guy showing he can run with those size 16s. J.J. Cole up past the 40 to the 42 and a first down for Iowa State. There is an injured Panther down toward the tail end of the play.
Yeah, Jamie, it's just tough to keep hydrated.
Knoll goes in motion. First down after the run by Cole. Hit as he throws. That's a lateral pass. Threw it backwards. Knoll makes the catch, and
they've played it well all day long.
Second down. Again, it's a quick throw. Dimitri Stanley with his first touch, and he has nowhere to go. Check that. That is actually Sama.
And those are the plays that he's going to be successful at here this season.
Cole will try to run for a second time for the first down as he stretches ahead, tripped up on the play by Devin Rice.
This is so amazing.
Big quarterbacks who have played at the next level. Brad Johnson is the guy that just kind of comes to me with his stature out there and the way he moves.
Good comparison.
Back.
Getting it.
Second down, Theo Day. UNI deep in their own end. Seems like we've been.
Big third down here. Keep this drive going.
Cyclones run a stunt, picked up nicely. Day is going to tuck it, and he will lumber ahead for first down yardage. Third down, Button in motion. 2 right, 2 left for Theo Day. Here comes pressure up the middle. Day gets rid of it, and it's jarred incomplete, and a flag flies as well back where Day was put on his back. That was Jacob Ellis, a transfer from Iowa Western all the way from the West Coast in California. And we're roughing the passer, the call.
I mean, literally on cue, Sean, what I was just talking about. Like, not in a million years would we ever have called that back in the day. And I'm not quite sure about even this call. I mean, he comes up right to shoot. That is a form tackle. Even you see how he kind of led up at the very end. He kind of opened up his hands.
15 yards. UNI picks up the first down at the 45. Tight end is Pryor to the left side. Double move downfield. Day threading the needle, and it is caught by the young man from Woodbine, Iowa. Committed to South Dakota, but they were going to play him on the defensive side of the football. Farley said, come to Cedar.
120 plus temperature on the field. This is where conditioning is going to really be key.
Blitz off the edge, and they got him. Kind of a hand push there. Corner blitz from Miles Purchase. Just a little two-hand shuck to the lower back, and it was enough to tap over Theo Day, and that is how this third quarter is going to end.
Not going to get a penalty right there, huh, Sean? And what a play call by Coach Haycock. That corner blitz is so sneaky. And if he doesn't get it out quick, that's exactly what ends up happening. they put a graphic, and I think Iowa State's probably number 2 in losses of one-possession games in the last handful of years. And
Cyclone football. Sama gets the call, trying to stretch it, and he won't get to the corners. And they head to the MAC to take on Ohio before the Big 12 opener at home against Oklahoma State.
It's going to be interesting to see Okie State this year, and Spencer Sanders moving on. Nice grab there. It's key. It's almost like the reincarnation of Dylan Sainer.
Tyler Perkins, who's had a great game today, bombed a 70-yard punt back in the first quarter. This will be Schnee on the return, and he has stood up and hit hard at the 42. A return of 11. Iowa State with a commanding lead as the Panthers with one of their best starting positions on the afternoon. On first down, Day is going to take a shot, one-on-one coverage, and the pass is caught.
See the arm strength of Theo Day.
Longest play from the line of scrimmage goes for 37 yards. Day cranks, finds the tight end Pryor. Second catch of the day for Pryor.
Spiral, quick.
Edwards trying to get to the corner, one man to beat, trying to tightrope the side. Stay deep. Day on a quick slant, knocked away at the last second. Getting a hand up was Blake Thompson. And of course, the record-setting wide receiver came that route. 3rd and goal. Day with time, over the middle, touchdown, and the Panthers find the end zone. Wolf goes in motion. They run 3 receivers right. That's the direction Day's running, but so is the Cyclone D, and he is dumped by Joey Peterson. Chased him down all the way across the field from the Energizer and the junior Joey Peterson.
And see his coach give him a big hug. And I'll tell you what, Joey Peterson is a guy that you want to keep an eye on all season long.
Today.
I'm so
you
glad
wanted the
you
air-conditioned comfort.
I'm so glad you did. There's such a better vibe with the
Now ask me in November if we're going to raise the windows. I don't know if I will. Watch out here. Flag is thrown, though, on the return. Breaking free is Purchase. Kevin Boitman.
During the return, holding number 87 on the return team. Half the distance to the goal line. First down.
Becht back in there for the Cyclones after shaking off the cramp. He will hand the ball off.
The turnover margin is so key, and for them to have 2 takeaways here today, starting off on the right foot.
Backs, plus they have the transfer A.J. Harris, who we have yet to see today, and Carson Hansen, a good-looking freshman from Minnesota. So there might not be that one dominant back, and that's okay with Campbell. He's always been about efficiency.
Position room here at Iowa State, a lot of young talent commanding to get on the field.
Following Iowa State's 9th penalty of the afternoon this past offseason after the numbers that he put up, and he said, you bet you, but he is so loyal to UNI. He really loves Cedar Falls. Here he's going to run, pick up positive yards, 12-yard gallop.
Bling UNI logo. That's what I want to know.
Just a tremendous season last year for Day. As
they're going to get some experience and get better as the year goes by. And they're going to be a really good team.
Over the middle, the pass is caught. There's your guy.
Very fun player to watch here for the Cyclones a couple years ago.
First down, swing pass out to Edwards. And that just prepares them for the rigors of the season and then the FCS playoffs, which are always popular, the format of the 24 teams and the excitement.
Next to you, they had South Dakota State, who was #1 at the time, on the ropes late in the season last year. Darn near knocked them off.
3rd down, Day avoids the pressure. Now floats, little airtime, but he overshot the tight end. 4th down, UNI's first 4th down attempt of the day, and they convert. Wolf with the catch.
And I think the key is going to be this offensive line just continuing to grow throughout the year.
They spread it out.
You're right, and it's just a matter of time. Again, knocking off some of the rust. You saw a little miscommunication. The sky's the limit for this team.
Cyclones rush 4. They need to get to the 18, and they still get today. Sacked at the 26. Sacked on the play by Trent Jones. The walk-on.
Trent Jones, yeah, walk-on player, and he's a big old dude and gets in there late. And again, that's depth right there, right? We talk about the defensive line, the Clones having to reload from the likes of Will and some of the other guys from last year, MJ, Trent Jones, 6'3", 285, just a sophomore walk-on, making plays here. Game one.
Fourth sack of the day by Iowa State. Another fourth down. Day fires over the middle, caught at the 9-yard line. Again, it's Wolf.
Cyclones defensive line.
Panthers trying to stay perfect in the red zone, throwing on the run.
Get them some experience in the D-line.
Cyclones drop 8 into coverage, and even though there was some Cyclone fans will take it. Good showing on the field. Third down. UNI will go on the ground, trying to go wide with it, but they cannot get to the corner. The Cyclones able to shut it down. Trent Jones on the end, along with the inside linebacker coming in.
That was a shot. Watch this. Bam. That was a collision right there now.
1 left, 3 right. Day under pressure, in trouble. Down he goes at the 5, and the Panthers turn it over on downs. Down on the field, Anthony, good to see you. Hot day down there, but boy, Rocco's used to this from the Sunshine State of Florida.
Yeah, I'm watching him. I think I got to get him some pickle juice or something to get through a 4-quarter game. Looked like he cramped up a little bit, but it was great to see him out there doing a good job. No turnovers, guys. That was the key today. Just come in, let the defense go to work, and you know, don't give the ball away to the other team. So it was pretty good.
Anthony, Todd Doxson here. Just want to congratulate you. The greatest feeling for a dad, right? Seeing your kids succeed. And I tell you what, Rocco just was super impressive. Love his release, quick release out of that play action. You and I talked about being steady in the pocket. He made some nice adjustments in the pocket. How would you just describe his overall game and his vibe here moving into this game?
Yeah, it's a good start, right? I mean, most important thing is get the victory. You know, how can he help his team distribute the football to his playmakers? I thought he looked decisive on a lot of his opportunities to pass the ball today. Offensive line did a great job. And you look at the rushing numbers, guys, you know, anytime you run the football effectively, especially here, we really haven't seen that in maybe 2 seasons now since Brees left. When you get that 100-yard threshold, it really helps out the line in pass protection. It gives a quarterback an opportunity to make some plays.
Take us through the decision process. Why Iowa State for Rocco?
Yeah, you know, he had a lot of opportunities at other places. You know, number one, they were on him early. You know, this is the culture that I'm old school, right? I would have played here. Obviously, playing at West Virginia was a great opportunity for me. But what Campbell does, Coach Campbell and his staff, the way they build and develop players, you know, the roster, how that looked, all those things kind of came together. The education of his fan base is really great. So it's an easy choice for him when we had to make it. He made it early, and he was decisive about it, and he's excited to be here. So, you know, the opportunity presents itself. You got to take advantage of your opportunities. It's one day, one game, one play, one snap at a time, and he's got to get better every single game, and hopefully that helps his team lead to a couple more victories.
Speaking of every single game, you know, Iowa comes in next week. You got the rival. What do you say to your son as he's prepping for maybe the biggest game of his life?
Don't turn the ball over. You know, Iowa's going to they're going to match the way you play. Really, their opponent plays. If it's a close game, they'll play a close game. They're going to who's going to make the first mistake. I think the last couple of years we've seen the teams that made those mistakes end up losing the football game. So, listen, you know, they got a great defense. Coach Parker does a great job with that back end. They play discipline. They're sound. Nothing crazy. Just got to look it over, take advantage of the sticks, run the ball, have balance. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's a good early matchup, and it's going to be fun to be here next week.
Well, Anthony, we appreciate the time. We were joking earlier. Did you tell Rocco to look for those tight ends? He's hit them frequently today.
I'm just saying, guys, you know, we're pretty much always open when you want to get the ball to the right guys, especially in the red zone. I mean, they got some of the biggest tight ends I've seen, so it's good to see that. And he's going to get Jalen the ball as well. It's going to be in the next couple of weeks. They'll continue to work together, and they're going to hit some of them deep balls. It's going to be fun to watch.
Well, enjoy this one. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
Thanks for being on. To the entire game next week, looking at their quarterback.
UNI on first down. Short pass is caught. As always, with a solid home base. We get a chance to get back on track as Day is sacked.
They got great skill. It's just a matter of them coming into their own and creating creases for their talented backs.
Near full house today in Ames. Matt Campbell and Iowa State. An impressive Week 1 win. Many people coming in thought this could be a trap game. You had the off-season distractions. You had the youngest team that Campbell has ever really put out on the field during his time at Iowa State against a pretty experienced UNI squad, an explosive offensive unit for the Panthers. But in the end, the Iowa State defense set the tone, and the Cyclones celebrate and take care of business against a very good UNI team.
Yeah, I tell you what, Jeremiah Cooper coming out with that pick 6, setting the tone early, as you mentioned, for the defense.